It's venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This way and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Bradford on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That to throw again. Bradford. Flushed out right. They find some open feet. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Bradford out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. On play action, Bradford. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Davis. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the 50, it's Keenum. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw, Keenum. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Davis. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And that is incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Rams have the 1st points here. It's 3-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. An update from Buffalo. The Jets have taken the early lead over the Bills. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
There we go. Stop right there. Stop right there.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. And 10. Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. And Nelson's got it here right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Bradford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now a handoff to Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here's Davis now. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Keenum going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fighting his way through contact. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Monday. Turbo.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Running with Howard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. They're go.
Ready?
Working out of the gun, Bradford. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. In his own end zone, it's Keenum. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Back near his goal line. Here's Keenum. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Keenum now on 1st down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Keenum now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. 3rd down here.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Off the play fake, Keenum. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Keenum. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, Keenum. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Following the interception, Bradford. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
4 down.
A first down throw for Bradford. And he floated one out there incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Here's Bradford to the right side, complete to Miller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. play of the half, Bradford. And his throw here is incomplete. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. This is Howard on second down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long.
Here we go. Hot. 180. Turbo.
The play fake. Bradford. Hard throw, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Play action. It's Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Let's go, let's go.
Fresh off the pick six. Here's Keenum. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Mario Edwards continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Right there. There we go. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Bradford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Wilson able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They pitch out to Howard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the gun, Bradford. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also does...
Brandon Cooks. He's at the 50, 30, 20. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 80s.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he slings one that's incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Here we go.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A give to Howard. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
1 day. Hot. 180. Watch out. 1 day.
Bradford now, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Brockers in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it again here with Davis. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On the run, it's Davis. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Elsewhere, 2nd half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop right there. Stop right there. 552.
Bradford on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Samson Ebukam in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the... Now Bradford on 2nd down. Able to find Shaheen here. Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Now Kelly. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
They go with Howard again. Room here to run. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On third down, it's Cohen. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from almost no gain.
Desperation time. Bradford on fourth down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenum. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with Davis. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds.
That.
Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. On the toss play, Howard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Monday.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. On the carry, it's Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Check four, check four. On 53.
Throwing now, Keenum. Forced out to his left.
Can we go back to the days where if you tapped your wrist as a quarterback, that just meant you're going to spike the ball, not fake spike it and try and get something downfield? They just tried it there, and it wasn't successful, but I know what you're thinking, right?
Dan Marino, Jets, 90s.
Yeah, without a doubt. His Dolphins got over on them. They faked the spike play, thought they were going to stop the clock, ended up throwing a nice pass for a touchdown, I believe.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams,